Ectoplasm. The scroll Jeremiah gave me has revealed a powerful spell. It seems that with proper concentration and focus of my mana, I am able to release ethereal bolts of ectoplasm from my hand. Unreliable at far range, the mystical damage seems quite effective in close quarters. Okay, that's... Okay, that's... Ectoplasm? I can shoot a lot of those. They kind of go everywhere, don't they? It takes a while for my mana to come back. What happens if I use the amplifier on ectoplasm? E? Okay, it's E. And now it ranks to 2. If I change to the stone, it looks like it gets 3. I'm looking way down here at the bottom right. When I have the stone out, it goes up 1 level. I'm guessing that's a level or intensity. We'll keep an eye on that kind of stuff. Let's check our room. I figured maybe that was like a... I don't know. Felt like maybe there was something in there. I don't see any health packs. I don't see anything unusual. Again, we're listening for those whispers that we hear whenever we find something new. It'll be like, you know, whisper, whisper. Nothing back here. If we run into any more of those little howlers, I guess we'll blast them in the face.
Have you noticed anything strange going on?
Apparently, Elizabeth's room was broken into last night during the commotion.
Where's her room?
Just down the hall from here. It's quite a mess.
Thanks, Jeeves. The butler said someone broke into Elizabeth's room. Perhaps I should investigate. Nope, not right here. Is this it?
Won't budge.
Won't budge. Is this it?
Need a key.
Ooh, it's Bethany's room. Need a key. Is this it?
Jammed.
That one's jammed. I'm guessing it's this room here. Before we go that way, let's look around.
Locked.
Study key. As far as I can tell, we don't have any map of this estate, so we're just kind of keeping mental notes of this stuff. What the? Oh, I started typing for some reason. Oh, tab. I was hitting tab in case it was a map.
Stuck.
So yeah, tab is not map. M is not map. I don't think there's a map. F1 and F2 don't do anything.
Tell me what you know about Lisbeth.
Why, she was a fetching young lass. Quite the fiery temper, though. She could be placid and calm 1 minute, and then suddenly she's spitting curses and swinging her nails at you like an animal. 'Tis a pity her mother died birthing her.
Indeed.
Following her mother's death, I'd raised Lisbeth like my own. In the end, the wasting sickness got her. I'd cared for her when she was sick and watched her wither away to nothing. Pity a young woman has to die in the spring of her life. Now she rests with her poor mother at the family mausoleum. The groundskeeper claims to have seen her recently. Oh man, seeing a ghost is never a good omen.
Where can I find this groundskeeper?
He's out in the gardens. You can get there through the kitchen.
Your knowledge is appreciated. Thank you.
Spoke with the maid about Elizabeth. The siblings' mother, Evelyn, apparently died while giving birth to her, and the housekeeper filled the void with her maternal absence. She said Elizabeth was a very beautiful girl with short, violent fuse who passed away from a wasting disease. I take note of the irony of someone who was so beautiful dying of such a heinous disease. It calls for the destruction of their vanity. The maid said that the groundskeeper believes to have seen Elizabeth alive. Having seen Elizabeth with my own eyes, I can believe this maid's frightful testimony. I'll go down to the kitchen and try to find my way out to the gardens anyway. Maybe that's who we saw earlier. With the howlers. There's us. Fire here. There's a journal entry. On nights when I cannot sleep, I look from my bed to the monastery out my window. The reflections of the waters that separate us ripple across my bedroom walls, filling the room with waves of moonlight. If it is quiet enough, and the wind is still, I can hear them chanting. Their prayers roll across the water and fall upon my ears like a lullaby, rocking me to sleep. It fills my body with such a quiet peace. And yet I cannot help but wonder how something that provides so much security could at the same time haunt me. At midnight, the chanting stops. The brilliant lights of the monastery go black, except for a tiny glow that emanates from the entrance of the catacombs. As I watch that single light, I can see the shadows of the monks at the entrance. It is then I feel a slow, creeping dread rise from my stomach, as if the island has a hold of me. I have overheard bits and pieces of a story from hushed conversations about monks who died a horrible death years ago among these grounds. It is said their tortured souls were put to rest within the catacombs, and that their two brothers have stood guard at the entrance each night since. I cannot help but wonder why. What are they waiting for, or hoping to ward off? Are they bound to the island with the same unknown force as I? The Lord works in such mysterious ways, but how can a just God allow his own flock to die within sacred grounds? Surely there is another force working among us, one capable of pure evil. A loving God could never allow such pain and agony. Is it that force that eats at me at night and leaves my dreams unsettled? Are the waters enough to keep me safe? I wish just once I could lie in the grass outside the catacombs for a night and put these haunted dreams to rest. I must end these nightly visions and seek the truth. Lisbeth. That's her brother. That's her.
House needs a priest.
This house does need a priest. Look at that. You guys got stuff everywhere. These pictures. Wild. What a room. Health kit. Yeah. Alright. You hear that? You can hear that say scry. Listen. The stone glows, says look around. Oops. Look at that. Her portrait changes. That's who we saw earlier. That was her. That's crazy. He looks just wild. You're creepy AF, woman. Back up off me. Jesus, she was like picking my pocket. Okay, so we got a kitchen key. Let's see if we can figure out how to get to the kitchen.
Help me!
Help you, help me. What the heck, bro? Whoa. Hit you with my new pew pew. Get out of here with your nonsense. Any more? Jesus. I'm so sorry, creepy lady. You were taken far too young. Where did it come in at? Right there, man. They love windows. That dude ran out of there like he didn't even give a crap. See if we can find him. Oh my god. Good at repelling them. Uh-oh. Ow. They hit pretty hard. You alright? Got this? I'm gonna go search that room over there, you okay? You owe me 20 bucks. Let's go check this out. Whoa. Well, that's also gross. I looked. Is there anything else I need to look at? Even in the reflection, that's wild. Save it. Dearest Mother, all is not well here at the Covenant Estate. Joseph, my husband, who once charmed me with his good will and smile, now seems distant and reclusive. I realize that when we met, there are these imperfections one must look past, and that your heart helps you to forgive. However, Joseph's strange obsession keeps him in the library at all hours of the night. Seldom are we spending time together, and even more rarely does he want to exercise his husbandly right towards me. Oh my. I'm beginning to feel inadequate, especially when he talks of his desire for children prancing around the estate. What am I to do? I bide most of my time alone in the greenhouse, reminiscing of my sweet youth and the rich and gallant Peter Rocana, who would wait patiently on me and shower me with expensive gifts like my beloved pearl necklace. Things could have been differently had I kept that social path. Instead, I feel like I'm the fool for getting involved with Joseph Covenant. His prime moments are being spent in his library, with books twice as old as me. Apparently my visage can't garner his attention. What dear advice could you give me, dearest mother? I'll be waiting for your response. I hope this letter finds you and father well. Tell father not to worry about his little Robin, that I've left the nest but shall never leave his heart. With love, Eveline? I don't know how to say these names. We'll just... oh my god. What the F is going on, man? They were like coming right at me. Save the game. Probably get into some trouble. Yeah. Oh. Where did he come from? Creepy freaking little monsters. Bunch of assholes. It is truly a pity that my dear wife Evelyn passed away, giving birth to Elizabeth. She would have loved to see them all grow. I cannot help but think that she would have been able to tame this wild streak that they have all exhibited lately. A mother is a soothing influence. I unfortunately cannot offer them this solace. I wish I could understand what brought on this recent behavior. I have received a letter today from Ambrose boarding school. He has been expelled. I don't know what to do with that boy. The behavior of the children so appalling. I have no choice but to bring them home. Perhaps I can find a tutor. I hope being under my watchful eye will calm their spirits. The last 6 weeks have been terrible. The tutor was a complete disaster. In fact, the poor man just packed his bags and left in the night. Any form of discipline is hopeless with Ambrose, and almost seems completely lost on the others. The only thing I have been able to do is play to their interests. I have noticed that each child has their own avid curiosity. Strange to see it manifest at such an early age, but who am I to discourage the one moment of peace I can find with them? Now I understand why the children are behaving wildly. Jeremiah came to me frightened and crying. Several years ago, the children broke into my library and procured one of my research books without my knowledge. But how was I to know a 12-year-old boy would take an interest in those dusty tomes? I do not know what passage they read, but I suspect it has led to the current predicament concerning their behaviors and eccentricities. Eccentricities? Eccentricity. I don't know. Eccentricities. It's a tough word. It's a lot of pronouns and stuff in there. Pronouns? Whatever. Jeremiah says they woke the spirits on the island. Hopefully I can determine what the children have done. Perhaps there is a solution. I have pored over the volumes of research and I am no closer to understanding what Jeremiah and the children may have conjured. None of the incantations in these books have caused this to happen. Calling a daemon or consulting spirits should not have such a long-lasting disturbing effect. I even traveled to these stones. Nothing there gave me clues to what has happened. Perhaps if they had only told me at the time, I would have more insight. But now any clues would be long gone. I have determined the stones are some sort of focus. Perhaps there is a reason so many people have been attracted and repulsed by the island. It seems that my own fascination with the standing stones has wrought its corruption upon my children. Joseph. Save it. Okay, so I think we're done here. We've looked at all the rooms. We gotta go find out where these howlers are.
Won't budge.
Won't budge.
Jammed.
Reminds me of Spaceballs. No one dare gives me the raspberry. Are they under the stairs? Oh, look, blood. So many of them. Oh my god, he slashed the crap out of me. Oh my god, my life. Hey, key. I'm so sorry, lady, that you didn't quite make it. Really your fault for not running faster. We have a door here open. Go this way?
Stuck.
Stuck.
Jammed.
Jammed. Looks like I'm supposed to go this way, but let's go this way. What?
Jammed. Won't budge.
Okay, so that looks like the way I'm supposed to go. Let's check out this direction. You hear that? Oh. Well, that's a family photo, isn't it? Look at that. Are we seeing like their true forms or something? They clearly want to take the head off the brother. Look at that. Wow. Well, okay. It seems like that's the only painting that has a transmutation. It's crazy looking. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh shoot, she brought her little pets.
Need a key.
Stuck. Save it. We're going to keep trying to use this ectoplasm as much as possible because it's going to save us bullets. I'd like to save bullets if I can.
Stuck.
Stuck. Save it. Let's keep going.
Stuck.
Health kit. Save it. Need to be able to open any of these things.
Won't budge.
Won't budge. Look around, see if we can find something. Go the other way, make sure there's like a big circle or something. Save it. It's just a big circle. There's a cook over there. Maybe there's nothing gonna happen in here then. You know that lady, I'm just double checking, making sure we didn't miss any loot. Come here. Quit being a jerk, cat. What the? What the hell is this? Dude, that was rude. Oh my god. Dumb waiter delivered me a monster.
Jammed.
Freaking ridiculous. Holy crap. I did not see that coming. Let's go talk to this cook.
Is that the door to the gardens?
Yes, it is. However, I don't have the key. I lent it to the maid. I believe she is cleaning Herr Keisinger's room today. It's located in the east wing of the house.
Thanks. I
East
appreciate your
King.
help.
Okay, let's we'll be right back, guys. Gotta go deal with this cat. Cat took off like an asshole.
Need a key. Jammed.
Yeah. Okay, let's see, which way do I go?
Jammed.
Whoa. Scared the crap out of me. Is the cook okay? Yeah, she don't give a shit. Don't care about none of the gunfire, I guess.
Jammed.
Back the way I came. Well, that's not creepy at all. What's he doing?
Where is it? I know it is around here someplace.
Ah, here it is.
How do I get that? Oh, you shoot it. The door to the manor gardens is locked. The cook says the maid is the only one with the key and she is cleaning Kissinger's room in the east wing. Kissinger. While that name might not ring true for the servant, I'm deeply disturbed that Otto Kissinger would even be here. What the hell does that bastard want with my friend and his family? I can only be sure that when our paths cross, he will get more than a stern word from me. I only wonder how he plans to answer my questions when his hands are gripped tightly around his throat, or my hands are tightly gripped around his throat. Otto has done more damage to my reputation than I care to remember. I have no doubts that should he find out I've made it to the Covenant estate, he'll stop at nothing to foil my attempts at uncovering the mysteries that seem to be plaguing this family and my dear friend. Reddish leaves swirl in the wind like lost souls in the search of rest. Like an open sketchbook focused on my dreams, this land is forever pictured as a comforting autumn dusk, replete with a golden sky, with crackling river water and bubbling marshes that dot the land. It feels like a romantic artist's canvas. On further investigation, I have since horrendous visions of a gnarled doom, decorated as a picturesque facade in this endless autumn dusk. Spiny trees root deep in the foul earth, licking the ground dry of all that is good. Carcasses populate their brush, their putrid remains swallowed whole by the land, and corners of this malevolent area are teeming with vicious, ungodly prey. All whilst the grass stretches over the land, this land twisting together like veins of pulsating sinew, as if the ground were alive. Keen of the inhabitants that parade on its back. Beady black, soulless eyes flash across the air. Tiny, quick winged bats. Winged bats streak through the bright sky, flying razors waiting for the perfect moment to descend. As they swoop by, I see sharp, bloodied teeth, a wicked demonic smile from the darting blurs. I hear an ominous whistling that chills my soul. They own the skies here. Wraith-like, bloodied minions, overseers without heart or soul, patrol this land. Slash and stitch techniques permeate their faces and arms, patched together like cheap quilts, using the skin from the bodies of the rank corpses. They gather and live like packs of rabid wolves, instigating fights for supremacy. These abominations thirst for my destruction. They are mostly cluttered around footpaths that seem to traverse upward along a cliffside, but alternate groupings are planted among watering holes and the hollowed trees. Further down the path, it is as if the shadows are swallowing the surroundings whole, without a penchant of logic or drop of meaning. It is as if the only reason for this actually lies in the darkness itself, like royalty that rules the black void, entombed in the night infinite. It is she, the eternal mistress of shadows, Erin. Man, some of these journal entries are difficult to read, and it's basically the font, and probably my own ability to read.